Good morning. I just wanted to give a little update about what's been going on for the past few weeks here. I went back to school, 4th and 5th grade, and the boys went back to school. Lincoln and Harry, anyhow. Grades 1, 2, and 3 were scheduled to start back to school this week, but that had been canceled because there was another outbreak here in Beijing. When I went back to school, I was teaching 4th grade, and I absolutely loved it. My students were so amazing and made me feel really cared for, and it was really interesting to step into new shoes and to see learning from a different perspective. And I learned so much, and it was really a lot of fun. That being said, this past weekend and late last week, there was news of some new cases of COVID in Beijing. And they were not international because the borders are still closed. It's really unnerving. I think I said that. Scary, tricky, lots of adjectives to describe what's going on right now. Late last night, we received a message from our school saying that schools in Beijing are now closed. We were back to doing online learning. Love the online learning. We've been doing that since February. So I am in my music classroom this morning, packing up and moving out of my 4th grade classroom and getting materials and things situated for whatever the next few weeks hold. School does go till June 30th with online learning. Well, that's what we were told today, but things change sometimes, by the minute or the hour. And people ask, like, how are you doing? How are you doing? Do you know that feeling when your fire alarm goes off and you weren't expecting it? Like, maybe not at school or like, I don't know, or that feeling of like a flight and adrenaline when you're like shocked, and then you like switch into like, all right, what do I need to do? Like survival mode. And you kind of have like a bit of, I guess, some trauma from it, or like you're unsettled. And I think that's how I feel today. Like, okay, now what do I have to do? But those moments happen like a little bit all the time. I'm sure for all of you as well. And I think that adds up in your heart and it adds up in your mind, and it's greater than just like a little fire alarm. When that alarm happens so much, it causes like, I don't know, it causes a change inside, and I don't know how to describe that too well. But that's kind of how I feel. The boys are doing great. Lincoln is sad to, I know he's older, so I don't, say too much about him on Facebook or social media. But he really was enjoying going back to school and seeing his friends and starting up baseball. He was going to have a baseball tournament coming up, and that has been canceled as the levels of precaution have been raised in Beijing. So he's really sad about that. And I don't know, I think he likes school. Harry, I think, is happy to be home. Many of his friends that he's made here are overseas right now since Chinese New Year, so he's feeling like the adjustment is hard for him. Quincy hasn't gone back to school yet, so he's sad though because he's been home with Tom, and he really likes being home and having that time with his dad. I'm sure Tom, anybody who knows Tom knows that he just goes with the flow and is like, all right, we'll just go with it. So yeah, that's kind of how everything is going right now. We'll see on the streets today, like what kinds of precautions are back in place. Like they had stopped taking our temperature when we went home to our apartment, and now we saw yesterday and the day before that they are taking temperatures again. You have to use your health check. Health check is like you scan a QR code and it records where you have been based on your phone. So we've had to do that once again. They haven't locked down neighborhoods where we are yet, which is good because we have our groceries delivered and things like that. But yeah, the Pedricks are well, just, working and playing and being happy as much as we can as we kind of navigate through these really strange times. We thank you for all of the shout outs and messages and love that has been sent to us. We are well and happy and safe, so please know that. And I hope that you are well and that you choose happiness today, no matter what is in front of you. For me, I rode my bike to school today, and I love riding my bike, even though I feel like I might die sometimes. It's really trafficky. But I don't know, I like the independence of it, and I don't know, that's my happy for this morning, is riding my bike to school and back home, and packing up some memories and some supplies in my classroom and thinking about moving forward with this new online plan. So back to teaching music, and sorry I'm rambling on a little bit, but anyhow, 再见。